Blessing. Um, I would like to thank those who have been viewing more of my clips lately, and I've noticed that more of the clips based that has been viewed have been based more around the topics of Illuminati and for things to go with around the New World Order. I know that's a big popular topic right now. But I also noticed that quite a bit of new comments that have been coming in have been based, I guess the people who are commenting must be of Christian religion because things revolve around that when it goes to the comments. Well, first, before giving someone insight to Christianity, first know how much they know about. Because it's kind of funny that my practices are called satanic, savage, or so, on the basis of primitive, and they might be primitive for the fact that it's an enlightenment of seeking things of yourself and being one with yourself without needing external things to make yourself greater and enjoying the things that you do create, but not making your creation something you're dependent on. But I noticed that you get comments like Jesus saves and all this, that, and third. Well, let me run you down something. As I learned first I dwelt in the Christian church for a few years to see what this religion was about. I learned to put myself in different religions, to be around the people, to learn from each individual division of it and what's the difference and how do they read it, how do they interpret it, how do they bring it into their spiritual being. And then I have to now break your own text and the philosophies that you build your life around, and now have to look at it as a skeptic in a way that's very unbiased, break it down in an original text language, meaning Hebrew, meaning Aramaic, meaning Greek, meaning wherever your freaking text came from. I need to understand where it came from, not somebody else's interpretation of what I should know. And understand why are things not put in there, why are things separated from it. So I need to know the history of where your religion came from. I've learned a lot about the history of the Christian religion. Then what kills me is, how do you call my religion evil, or my practices? Because some people use it as a religion. I don't use it as a religion's purposes. This is my life. But how do you call a religion evil and you don't even know about it because somebody else told you it was evil, something you never dwelt in, never sat among to know what it's about, when the religion that you practice, the basis of its text speak of a people that are chosen, that are supposed to be of this religion, that go through land after land, killing, raping, and claiming things in the name of their God, saying this is their right to do, making laws, contradicting the laws, and saying because my God said I can do so after. Then the great men in your text have committed such deeds that how do you call the people that like Aleister Crowley and people like Nikola Tesla of evil content, when you got Abraham willing to kill his own seed and Lot willing to give his two daughters up and then having children with his daughters? These are people you revered. You revered David allowing his daughter to be raped by his own son. So I'm trying to understand, how can you allow your religion to have such greatness above all religions when I don't see anything great about it? The only thing I see is a bunch of people wanting to have something so much in their life, wanting to know that they're accepted so bad that they'll find anything to lean on without even knowing what the heck they're leaning on. You're leaning on a religion that says we are better than you, nanny boo boo. And my people died under this religion because this was brought over to the Americas to implement the same exact thing. And you want to call us evil and us savage and our practices so adverse that it's so taboo that it should not even be amongst anybody, that it's got to be quiet, that you got to burn our books, that you got to hide our history. So this was just before I get into what I'm going to speak about, because I'm going to not take too much of your time. A lot of things are about to go down. I want to clear the air because I'm tired of a lot of misconception. So, a beautiful thing I have been noticing while I go into this. I've been following the stars, watching the planets, watching the climates, watching behaviors, tuning in, and I've been able to see so many things. And the great part is, I'm not the only one. I have noticed something that's going on with the human nature, and it's beautiful. Some of y'all finally waking up. Some of y'all are tired of things that just don't make sense. That between A and C, you're not getting big. Somebody's not telling you something, so some of you guys are going to seek it, which is great. Because what I'm finding is a lot of people are controversial about the new events that's going on. We have, let's see, a polar axis that seems to be shifting. Anybody gets the Google Sky app, you'll see the things during day, during night, that you'll see the axes are not where you're used to. You'll see planets in plain view, meaning the light, mathematics, light runs a certain amount of time to make it from A to B, and if it's making it from A to B, meaning to our eyesight, it's within a time period where it's within those seconds where our eyes can receive it. And there was a time these planets were not that close, where you needed a telescope, you had to wait for certain times, and you could finally glance it. But every night, oh, there goes Jupiter, hey, there goes Mars in the morning, and stuff like that. Nobody seems to pay attention to these things. These heavenly bodies are so close to our orbit that they're within visual optic reception, and we can actually see the alignment. We can see what's going on. It's right in front of our face. We feel what's going on. Those who are not disconnected, those who are cleaning their vessels from toxic poisons in their body, using natural supplements, getting sacraments that help to pull the chambers and make the little light bulbs flash. They're starting to know that certain wobbles in the jet stream just don't seem normal. El Nino should not be every freaking year. We should not have nor'easters just rotting up. How the heck do you have a storm just churning in the Caribbean that should have a current pushing it out? I mean, there's a million one questions. What's up with the spraying? Come on now, we can breathe it and taste it. So I'm glad that things are aligning. People are aligning. People are cracking things open. But then there's a lot that are not. People are asking, what is going to happen on 2012? Can I say something? Everybody that uses this term, end of the world, is freaking idiots. They are idiots. Nobody said end of the world. The Mayans never said it. The Hopi didn't say it. Nobody said that on 2012, at December 21st, we will have the end of the world. Never said civilization will end. Says this age will end. And we have to shift in our poles. That's it. The dramatic things that happens with that will happen. And in some lands, they're not prepared to take that type, because we populated to every ends of the world. We did not pay attention to lands that should not be populated during certain times. So certain times we're going to experience tsunamis and earthquakes and things of nature that's going to wipe out populations with all these changes. That was us from being ignorant. But now that we're going through this change, we're going to get a chance to see truth. And you can quote me on this, from what I have learned, 7 years I will give you guys of truth that will be smack in your face. And it's up to you whether you want to accept this truth. It is up to you whether you can handle this truth. and many can't handle the truth. It's time for ascension. It's time for higher being, higher level of thinking, to think beyond of what you have thought of. And once you get the grasp of this higher consciousness, you will excel. If you can't grip it, if you will be in denial and you cannot face this truth that you're about to get smacked with, if you want to dwell in the lie, that will be on you. Enjoy your slavery. People have been coming to me all on this, we need structure. You need to structure yourself. That is what's wrong with the human nature. You want to control others, and you have yet to discover yourself. You are scared of who you are. So how are you going to tell somebody what to do about themselves because you're scared of who you are, scared of your own capabilities? How many are scared if they know if they can take a life? That you're going to be tested at that. You're going to be tested on all your truths, on your true nature of who you are. That's what's about to be pulled out of you. So enjoy learning who you are, because a lot of you are in complete denial. You need something outside yourself to tell you, to show you, to make you who you are. And for doing that, that'll be your own demise. So enjoy what you have created. Enjoy your own dependency. Enjoy your own slavery you created for yourself, because the concepts you created in your mind put you there. Some were created to serve because of the mindset they want to keep. Some were created to be higher. It's your decision on what key you want to pull. I'm tired of those coming to me talking about that we need to be under somebody's structure. I don't need to be under nobody's structure. I did not come in here for nobody. So why do I need their structure? That was the problem when y'all came over here in the first place. Came over here to tear up somebody else's practice that had nothing but everybody thinking for themselves. To accept somebody for themselves. It was too much for you. It was too much because y'all had to follow and be slaves. And you want to infect people with your slavery mentality. Take it. I'm not accepting it. If you want to be a slave, that is you. If you believe somebody else has to guide you, that is you. If you believe that you can't do shit by yourself, that is you. Stop infecting the fucking human race with that fucking mentality that means that you're nothing but dependent freaking servants. Come on now. Get mad at me because you want to be a servant? Because you have a God you can't prove and want me to follow and respect your God? That is your God. What does your God have to do with me? Not a goddamn thing. So when the truth start hitting you, when your God ain't the fuck around, I want to see how you really act when you got to depend on you. 7 years. Quote me on it. Bye. Peace.